You know that feeling when you check your bank account and the number just sits there? Not growing, not moving, just existing. And you tell yourself, I'll figure out the investing thing later. But later keeps becoming next month, next year, next decade. And somewhere deep down, you already know the cost of that delay is enormous. That feeling right now, that's exactly why you're here. And I want you to know, you are in exactly the right place. Let me paint you a picture. Two people start their careers at the same time. Same salary, same expenses, same dreams of financial freedom. One of them keeps meaning to invest but never quite starts. The other one commits to learning the basics and puts even a modest amount to work every single month. Fast forward 30 years. The difference between their financial situations is not just significant, it is life-altering. We're talking about the difference between working because you have to and living because you want to. That gap, that massive, almost painful gap, is created entirely by knowledge and timing. And today we're closing that knowledge gap for you. Now, before we go further, I want you to know that we have related programs linked down below in the video description. Thousands of people have already used them to completely transform how they think about and handle money. Most people scroll past resources like this and then spend years wishing they hadn't. I'll leave that decision entirely up to you. Let's get into it. Here's what nobody tells you when you're growing up. The people who build real lasting wealth are not necessarily smarter than you. They're not luckier than you. They didn't get some secret invitation to a club you weren't allowed into. What they did was understand one fundamental truth earlier than most. Money, when put to work properly, grows by itself. That concept is called compound interest, and it is the closest thing to financial magic that actually exists in the real world. Imagine you plant a single seed. That seed grows into a tree. That tree drops more seeds. Each of those seeds grows into more trees. And those trees drop even more seeds. Now your entire yard is a forest and you barely did anything after that very first planting moment. That is exactly how your money works when you invest it wisely. Your initial amount earns returns. Those returns earn their own returns. And over time, the growth becomes almost impossible to stop. But here's where the pain point lives, and I really want you to sit with this for a moment. Every single month you delay, you are not just missing out on growth for that month. You are missing out on decades of compounding on top of that delay. If you wait 5 years to start investing, you could potentially need to contribute twice as much per month for the rest of your investment period just to end up in the same place. That is not a small inconvenience. That is an enormous financial penalty you are quietly paying every single day you wait. I know that might sting a little. It's supposed to. Because once you truly feel the cost of inaction, you can never unknow it. Let me tell you about the person who said they'd start when things calmed down. Work got busy, then there were bills, then there was a vacation they needed, then another year passed, then another, and one day they looked up and realized the window where effortless compounding could have done most of the heavy lifting had quietly closed. Not dramatically, not with fanfare, just silently the way the most costly things in life tend to happen. That person could have been anyone. Maybe, in some version of your story, it already is you. And that's okay, because today is still early enough to change everything. So let's talk about what actually works. The first thing you need to understand is that investing is not about picking the right stock at the right moment. That's gambling dressed in a suit. Real investing for real people, the kind that builds genuine, sustainable wealth, is about consistency, diversification, and time. Those three words are your new foundation. Consistency means you invest regularly, regardless of what the market is doing. When markets are up, great. When markets are down, even better, because you are buying more at lower prices. This approach is called dollar cost averaging, and it removes the emotion from the equation entirely. People who have followed this single principle consistently have watched their portfolios survive crashes, recessions, pandemics, and political chaos, and come out significantly ahead on the other side. Diversification means you don't put everything in one place. You spread your investments across different asset types, different industries, different geographies. When one sector dips, another might be climbing. Index funds and exchange-traded funds, commonly called ETFs, are among the most popular and effective tools for achieving broad diversification with minimal effort and minimal cost. These instruments have been used by everyday people to build extraordinary long-term wealth precisely because they don't require you to be an expert. They require you to be consistent. Time is the most powerful variable in your investing equation. Investors who have been in the market for decades will consistently and almost universally tell you that the biggest mistake they made was not acting sooner, not picking the wrong stock, not timing the market wrong, starting later than they should have. Now here is where it gets emotionally real. Think about what financial freedom actually means for your life, not as an abstract concept. Specifically, picture waking up and choosing your day because you want to, not because a schedule demands it. Picture being able to help your family without that stomach-dropping panic of wondering if you can afford to. Picture being the person who doesn't have to negotiate with themselves about whether they deserve a vacation, a better home, or a more meaningful career. That version of your life exists. It is not a fantasy. It is a mathematical outcome of decisions made consistently over time. And the beautiful, almost unfair truth is this. The people who reach that version of their life are not always the highest earners. Studies consistently show that a modest income invested wisely over time outperforms a high income that is spent carelessly. This means the power to build life-changing wealth is available to you right now, at whatever income level you are currently at. That is one of the most empowering truths in personal finance, and almost no one leads with it. Let's address the voice in your head that says you don't know enough yet. That voice is not protecting you, it is costing you. The people who wait until they feel completely ready never start. The people who start before they feel ready are the ones who actually learn, adapt, and succeed. Knowledge without action is just information. Information combined with action is transformation. This does not mean you should be reckless. It means you should start small, stay consistent, and let time do what time does better than any expert, any algorithm, or any prediction ever could. There is a version of this journey where you look back in 10, 15, 20 years and feel a profound bone-deep satisfaction that you started when you did. That the version of you watching this video right now had the courage to move forward. That satisfaction, that quiet confidence of a person who built something real, it's available to you. And there is another version where you close this video, go back to your day, and this moment becomes just another thing you meant to get to. Only one of those versions leads to the life you actually want. The resources are ready for you. Everything we've covered today goes much deeper in the programs linked in the video description below. People who have gone through them report completely changing their relationship with money, gaining clarity they never had before, and finally feeling like their financial future is something they control rather than something that happens to them. Most people know they need this and still wait. You've already proven you're not most people by getting this far. The next move is yours, and the time to make it is right now.